So you've been on your summer world tour, right in the middle of it now. What have been some of the highlights of the shows so far, and what are you looking forward to coming up for the second half?
Okay, well, I mean, to me, like, every time I get to play with my boys, you know, ADX, Pressure Squad, Northern Pew, that's always like a highlight for me, because we always have great shows, the music makes sense when we play together, it's kind of like telling a story. So I'm always happy about, you know, the musical journey we take, so I'm always like really excited to do that with them. And one of the things I'm looking really, like the tour has been going great so far. One of the things I'm looking forward to is definitely our Ibiza privilege. We have our No Xcuses party there, and you know, it's the biggest club in the world. I never played there in my life, and I'm very excited. Yeah, one, because it's the biggest club in, you know, in the world, but more than that, I'm very excited that I'm able to do that with my friends and you know, my music partners, because I know we're gonna kill it, because it's gonna be like a whole musical journey from start to end, and people always love when we do that. I think they can feel that there's a lot of passion, and it comes across, and everybody always has a great time.
Everyone's like walking around,
awesome.
trying to find.
So tell us a little bit about the No Xcuses bus tour. What was some of your favorite moments from the bus tour? Some of the good, some of the bad.
Okay, probably the best times and the worst times is stuff we can't really say on camera, but so I'll tell you. It was, you know, again, as I said, you know, No Xcuses is it's just not a music project, it's family, and we just loved it. There was times where, you know, it was 4 of us, yeah? There was times where it was 2 against 2, a little bit like of going on and stuff, where, you know, imagine that we've been like more than 30 days together, moving around. Everybody was very tired. We played a show almost every night, so there was not much sleeping involved, and that kind of created a little bit of drama. But in all of that, we were like a big family, and it was amazing. I mean, most of the shows were sold out, and as I say, you know, going back to what I said about the musical journey, we play very well together, because what we do and how we do it kind of makes sense, you know, when you're in a club from start to end. And it's great, you know, because sometimes you get to play great gigs, but you feel like the guy opening for you or closing for you doesn't really understand what your vision is, and you feel like, oh, this was great, the gig was great, but it could have been better. And when we did the bus tour, it was always like 100% success, and everybody was musically really happy. So it was fun. We keep, you know, we have our own WhatsApp group where, you know, we're always talking to each other, even though, you know, some guy goes to Indonesia, one to Brazil, and one in the States, whatever. And it's funny because we keep sharing pictures, you know, private pictures we took with our phones to each other to remind us about that tour. It's like, we had such a great time, and we happy and kind of sad that it was over.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna do that again in 2017, because it was a success and everybody loved it. So.
Nice, awesome. So yeah, so when you guys all were playing together all night, it kind of meshed well. You almost knew it was gonna be good before it even started.
Yeah. So musically, you know, if somebody, I am somebody who always paid a lot of attention to the music itself. You know, I'm very picky, and I feel very fortunate that I get to work with people that have the same vision I have. They are very much into the art, you know, the artistic part of music, and I feel like they understand me, and so I feel safe when I play with them. I feel like everybody knows and everybody's on the same page. So it's like, you feel like, you know, you come into a show, and you know, we've been doing gigs that were like 5,000 people, and it was very relaxed, because you somehow felt like it was going to be a success. You already knew, because everybody knew what I was doing and we were working together. So I love that because of that, and of course I love that because I was doing that with my some of my best friends. You know, these guys at the end of the day, they are like very close friends. So it's business, but it's doing business with your best friends. So I think it's as good as it gets, you know.
Yeah. Was there like a pre-game huddle, like a pre where everybody talked about how it was gonna go? Or?
No, this is the funny thing. No, there was no such thing.
Huh.
That's amazing. There was very little work on the playlist or on the program on the night and stuff. Not because we didn't care or we weren't committed. It was just because everybody just trusted each other, and that's why everybody was coming to the show very relaxed. And I think it really came across because the reaction from people was amazing. The reaction from people was amazing. And as I say, I would say easiest job in the world getting into it.
Nice.
In that sense,
Was there a specific city or a specific venue that stood out as being the craziest or the loudest, or any one of them that was especially memorable? I know I'm sure they were all awesome, but
yeah, they were all great in their own way. If I can mention, okay, there was Toronto. Which is a great city, and people were very much into our music, but it was also my birthday.
Nice, okay.
And I have a special memory about Toronto because as I was playing, EDX, Rush Square, and Pure came to the DJ booth with a birthday cake.
Nice. And
they cut the music while I was playing, and I didn't know what was going on, and they show up with a birthday cake, and it was very, it was amazing to share that moment with them, and I was very, very surprised they did that. So I love Toronto, especially because of that. It was a very particular moment for me. Besides that, when I say Boston was off the hook, it was like huge crowd, and I don't know, like you really felt like you were doing something for the people. Like the people came there, they came to have a great time, and we delivered, and everybody was happy. That's what really makes you happy as an artist. At the end of the day, all the time you spent in your bedroom practicing stuff, all the time you spend making music that nobody likes, because that's how the beginning is. It's very easy right now, make a track as like, hey, take this, and design it. But there was a time where I would make stuff, I put all my love and passion into it, send it to the labels, and they would not like it, they would not be interested, and it was very hurtful, because it's something you really care for. So when I say something to up and coming producers, just do what you love and keep going, because your time is gonna come.
Awesome. It's a good message for sure.
Yeah.
So what do we have to look forward? What do Antonio Giacca fans have to look forward to in the next 6 months? New releases, new collaboration. What's coming up next?
Okay, so next month I have my next single on Enormous Tunes. That's our family label, if you guys follow us. And it's a great track. It's very, very summerish. And we got a really cool music video for that that's coming out soon. It was premiered by Pete Tong, by the way. It's huge honor every time we premiere our stuff. And after that, there is a very special track on Spinnin that I'm still not allowed to talk about. And it's gonna come out in September. And I'm very proud of that one because I did things completely different. And I was afraid that the people behind the label and the management and stuff wouldn't understand my vision, and instead, when I sent the master, I was a little bit worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit worried that maybe I was gonna let them down. That I didn't do my job the way they were expecting me to do, and instead the reaction was great. And so you guys gonna get to see that, but I can't say too much about it yet. But I'm expecting that it's gonna be in September, and you guys let me know if you like it or not.
Awesome. Awesome.
I took a gamble on that, that's for sure.
Okay. I guess the last thing would just be if you have anything else that you want to mention or anything else that you want to say, anything else coming up that you want to bring up that anybody should pay attention to.
Well, one thing I want to say, I'm really happy and glad that people respond to my music the way they do. Every time I get to a show, I get to talk to people that really feel touched about music. It just, as somebody that started with a struggle and rejection and people thinking I was doing things too differently, to see that now so many people are responding the way they're responding to my music, it's just very touching. And I just want to say thank you, because there's a lot of love behind my music. There's a lot of time spent in my studio. There's a lot of time wasted when I'm in the studio and I work on stuff. It just doesn't feel right and I trash it away. And so I want to say thank you to the people who embrace my music, because you're making my day. It doesn't matter if it's gonna sell 1 copy or 1 million copy. Anybody who gets touched by my music, I want to say thank you, because that's what I'm doing it for. So thank you.
Awesome. And then last, if you could do it, hey, what's up? This is Antonio Giacca and you're watching thatDROP.com.